With his deep, commanding voice and powerful presence, Laurence Fishburne is an actor who certainly makes an impression. His acting style has been described as intensely focused and sensitive, a rare combination that's given him an edge in Hollywood. Off-screen, he's relaxed and sophisticated, character traits that often have him confused with the equally suave Samuel L. Jackson. Multi-talented, he's not only a successful actor, but also a playwright, screenwriter, director and producer. You know you must be doing something right when one of Hollywood's most influential men, Harvey Weinstein, rates your skills.
I know Laurence Fishburne since he's 17 years old when he did Apocalypse Now. He's worked with some of the greatest filmmakers of all time. He's currently doing a play on Broadway. This man, can translate to actors the art of acting, and we'll help him with the rest.
A natural talent, he was only 10 when he landed his first gig in the New York play My Many Names and Days. At only 14, after reportedly lying to get the part, the legendary Francis Ford Coppola cast him in Apocalypse Now, followed by featured roles in Rumblefish, The Cotton Club and Gardens of Stone. In 1992, his performance in the Broadway play 2 Trains Running won him a Tony Award, a win that's had a lasting impact on his career.
I felt like my debut on Broadway was really the milestone for me in terms of making it and stuff.
Did you ever have a backup plan? God forbid?
Laurence further sharpened his acting skills attending New York's High School of Performing Arts and studying acting at the Lincoln Square Academy. Determined to become a successful actor, he believes it's critical to have mentors in the industry to learn from and to look up to.
There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. A lot of different people. I mean, a lot of Sidney Poitier's work inspired me as a very young person. Gregory Hines' work inspired me. Denzel's work inspired me. De Niro's work, Pacino's work, Walken's work. A lot of the English actors, O'Toole, Kane, Connery, everybody.
While he's always had a steady stream of work, it was the lead role in John Singleton's Boys in the Hood in 1991 that won him critical acclaim and recognition on the big screen. With his career going from strength to strength, it was only 2 years before he received an Oscar nomination for his rage-fueled performance as Ike Turner in What's Love Got to Do with It? Based on the true story of Tina Turner's life, the film exposed her abusive relationship with husband Ike, and Laurence played the part with enough dramatic intensity to captivate audiences and critics alike. It wasn't easy on him though, and he took a while to disengage from such a challenging role.
Sure. It took a lot. It really took a lot of faith and courage, and it took a lot of trust in terms of just trusting Angela and trusting myself.
Laurence had worked very hard to create a highly emotional performance, and it paid off. The Oscar nomination took his career to new heights, bringing him more attention in Hollywood and beyond. But personally, it took Laurence a while to come to terms with this type of accolade.
My reaction was very slow. It took me like a week to really kind of get used to the idea of being nominated for Best Actor. It was very, took me a while. Everyone around me was very happy. My girlfriend, my publicist, my manager, all my friends, everyone was very happy and excited and dancing on the ceiling. And it took me a little bit more time to let it kind of sink in. I think I'm ready for all the attention that I'm getting now. I think I wasn't ready before, so everything happens when it's supposed to. I am going to enjoy the party, man. I'm going to get the right shoes, and I'm going to enjoy the party.
Laurence's next major milestone came playing the tough, mysterious, leather-clad Morpheus, Keanu Reeves' mentor in the futuristic sci-fi blockbuster The Matrix. With its groundbreaking special effects, the first film was a huge success, and Laurence had no hesitations about doing 2 more. And who wouldn't if you could earn a rumoured $15 million per sequel with a cut of the gross takings?
I signed on without having read the scripts, which is something that I've never done in my entire career. And that's just down to how much I trusted Larry, Andy, their vision, the story, the character, the company that came together to do it.
What was Laurence's personal Matrix highlight? No, it wasn't the huge success the film experienced or the personal praise he received for his performance. It was something a little more unexpected.
And what did you enjoy most about your character?
The part where I got to whip Keanu's ass. Thank you very much.
After spending long periods of time in Sydney filming the Matrix trilogy, he developed a real love for Australia, in particular our famous Bondi Beach.
Anybody else got a real interesting question for me?
I don't know if it's interesting, mate. Just from Sydney in Australia, are you going to be coming down under to do the other two Matrix films?
I think we are, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, where are you going to hang out? Bondi?
Yeah, Bondi, mate.
Yeah? Grab a surfboard?
It's great.
You going to get round on the Harley again, son?
You know I am.
Yeah, baby. All right.
I'm going to the Red Rock this time.
Yeah.
Though he'd become a fan of Australia, he said he'd experienced a kind of racism here that made him feel uncomfortable. He said it was a vibration, no malice, but a vibe that can't be described, only experienced, similar to living in a backward America in the 1950s. It is relieving to know that when he returned to shoot the Matrix sequels, he observed that the 2000 Olympics seemed to have brought a positive change to Sydney, and in his eyes, the situation had improved. Not only a talented actor, the new millennium saw Laurence make his screenwriting and directorial debut in Once in the Life, a film he also starred in. A lover of motorbikes, in the 2003 film Biker Boys, Laurence was able to incorporate his personal passion into his movie making. He also liked the fact the film broke down some of society's stereotypes.
It's the subculture of the motorcyclist, the motorcycle club. And when we think of the motorcycle club, we think of outlaws, we think of people who live outside the law, we think of the Hells Angels, the Mongols, blah, blah, blah. And the reality is that there are many, many, many more groups other than those that immediately come to mind. They come from all cultures, they come from all walks of life. There are women's clubs, for example. There are gay clubs, for example. There are African American clubs, there are Latin clubs, there are clubs that are mixed. There's a club that I belong to, for example, called the Guggenheim Motorcycle Club. And that club consists of primarily billionaires and movie stars. It's this really interesting world, and the common denominator is that everyone in these clubs has a love affair and a passion for the motorcycle.
Again, he held up a mirror to multicultural society when he became the first African American to play Shakespeare's Othello in 1995, and he received rave reviews. Then, he chose to take on the moving Aquila and the Bee, a film that explores issues of education in the black community.
The fact that it features an African-American girl as the lead was, I think, very significant and important, and the fact that it's a very positive story. It's a story that takes place in the African-American community, and it's infused with very, very positive images of that community, and I think that's something that's lacking in film today.
Laurence is equally as passionate about the causes he supports. He's a very vocal supporter of landmine victims and believes that the capacity to care is one of the most important things in life.
To Miss Cicely Tyson.
But back to his craft. Laurence loves the complex process used to create a truly authentic character.
You get a script, you sort of imagine what your character's like, you have conversations with your director, you meet with your costume designer, and that starts to come together. You get your makeup thing together, and your character comes together, and then comes the moment where you actually enter that world that a whole group of unseen people have been preparing, planning, and putting together. And for me, it's an absolutely magical moment.
On the small screen, you might know him as Dr. Raymond Langston in the crime drama CSI, and on the big screen, he has proved unforgettable. With the rare ability to blend compassion and power, Laurence Fishburne has earned himself an Oscar nomination, Emmy and Tony Awards, and great success in his career as an actor. Stay tuned to Star Picks for all of the movies you know and the actors you love, broadcast in glorious high definition with 5.1 surround sound where available. For more of the best in entertainment news, check out your Movie Network channels. It's all together better on screen and at mnc.tv.